Welcome back to Chasing Walleye. In this episode, we're going to take a look at preparing for the upcoming tournament season. As I've learned over the last year, the boats that you buy from the dealerships are generally not equipped for tournament fishing, so it's time to do some upgrades to my stock tracker. The first upgrade to consider is the navigation of the boat when fishing, and that all starts with the bow-mounted trolling motor. I decided to upgrade the boat with a Garmin Force, which has a 100-pound thrust and a 57-inch shaft. I went with the Garmin product because they are known for the reliability and the quality of service they provide to their customers. Next, we need to look at upgrading the power source for the trolling motor. This is a dedicated battery pack, needs to run the trolling motor all day long. Now for navigation and seeing below the water. First off is the captain's screen. I put a 9-inch Garmin screen up front so I can use the Garmin maps and community resources on the lakes that I'm fishing. This screen and the other angling screens I install on the boat will all connect into the Garmin network. When I considered upgrades for this boat, I wanted to ensure there were dual screens at the front and the back so both myself and my fishing partner had the same opportunity to target fish using the electronics on the boat. Here you can see how the front dual screens are mounted and the back dual screens are mounted on the tracker. As you can see, I had to do some modification underneath the platform to get that back screen installed so it's secured and usable by the angler in the back of the boat. Basically, every one of these screens is a small computer. So to run these computers, you need a reliable and secure battery that can run them all day long. In this case, I needed to take the boat completely apart to install a new battery pack underneath the flooring of the boat. Here I had to run the power cables all the way through the bottom, right up into the back to where the original electronics battery is located. From there, I installed the battery packs up in the middle, made sure they were secure, and then cleaned up the install. I installed dual 200 amp hour batteries, giving me a total of 400 amp hours over 12 volts. This should give me enough power to run all the electronics for 24 hours without needing a recharge. Over the last couple of years, the one essential that tournament fishermen have needed is the front-facing sonar. So continuing with my theme of wanting to have the front angler and the back angler with the same abilities, I'm putting a live scope sonar on the front and the back of the boat. Since I had most of the boat already ripped apart, and I found with this model boat that there was a lot of unused space, I decided to add some additional storage where I couldn't reach stuff before. So drilled some holes, added some compartment covers, and expanded the storage space. I also added some lights, charging ports, and other features for filming on the boat. So there's some highlights of what I did to my boat in preparing for this tournament season. But I think I'm prepared, ready to see what happens on the tournament trail. When considering walleye tournament fishing in Western Canada, there are two major trails that you could enter. The first one being the Southern Alberta Walleye Trail, focusing on lakes located in the southern part of Alberta. This organization is non-profit and ran by anglers. This season's trail will consist of 3 tournaments with a 4th final championship tournament made up of the top 10 teams. Tournament payout to anglers will exceed $50,000. This is one of the lowest cost trails to enter with a team entry fee of only $350 per team. The first 3 tournaments are held in the spring, making room to enter other tournaments in the summer and fall. If you're interested in this tournament trail, then check out sawt.ca for more information. The second trail that's accessible to me and my partner is the SWT, or the Saskatchewan Walleye Trail. As the name describes, this trail is held entirely in the province of Saskatchewan, also a nonprofit organization ran by the anglers. There are 4 tournaments held over 2 days across spring, summer, and fall. Payout to tournament anglers exceeds more than $100,000 over these tournaments, being held on trophy walleye lakes, Lake Diefenbaker and Last Mountain Lake. The SWT works with local communities to help organize these tournaments with funds raised and an economic boost for these local communities. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Chasing Walleye.